Don't be scared at all. Because when you're scared, that means you're scared to grow. Fear is nothing but you being scared to grow. Why be scared to grow when it helps you get to the next level? Why say it, why me, when you've been put through it as a test, so therefore you can reach the person that you've always wanted to be? That's the most important part. It's about who you're becoming during the process, not the end goal, not the past. Who are you becoming during the process? It's the most important part, and love it. Love the downfalls, love the upbringings. You learn to love both. You love the whole entire journey, and along with your end process, way better. Don't stop. Don't think about the negative. Because the more you dwell on the negative, that's always going to come out of your life. Think positive. Change your habits. If you know you think negative on a daily basis, catch yourself while you're doing such a thing. Say, I see myself starting to think this way. Let me just automatically stop and go back to do it because I know I'm supposed to be attacking this. As long as you focus on the good, you focus on the catching, when you catch yourself, that all right, I'm now coming to the awareness that I'm slowly starting to change. As long as you acknowledge on what's happening, on how you're changing, that's when you know you're growing. Second, you catch yourself, oh man, I know I shouldn't have did that. I know I shouldn't have thought this way because of this. You're growing. You're slowly growing to who you're wanting to be. Like I said, it takes 30 days to gain a bad habit and 30 days to break one. Count these on a daily basis to help yourself grow. It's all about the awareness and what you have. It's all about the perspective and how you look at it. Look at it in the correct way, you're going to get a correct outcome. It's just not going to happen in the time that you want it to. It may happen sooner, it may happen later. Don't lose faith, don't lose belief. Stay consistent. Stay consistent, stay the time. You get to recreate who you are as a person mentally. Reprogram your mental self. You've been programmed from the age of 1 all the way to 18 years old by your parents, your friends at school, by your teachers, anybody you came in contact with. When are you going to start reprogramming your own self? When are you going to start thinking for yourself? When are you going to start moving whenever you say move instead of somebody else? Change starts with you. It doesn't start with anybody else. This all starts with you and everybody in this room. Remember, your blessings, everything that you've encountered, this is not just for you. Your dreams are not just for you. This is to open doors for other people as well. I'm living my dream right now, but I'm still opening doors for every single one of you and anybody else that I come in contact with. It's the same thing for you guys' dream. Whether you guys think you're helping somebody or not. Work, when you go to work, you're doing something to help somebody, no matter what. You're helping customers, no matter what. You're gonna have to help somebody inside of life. Why not love it while doing it, right? Everybody in this room is here for a reason. We all have a purpose here on this earth. Everybody, every single one of us, whether you think so or not, we're here for a reason, and never forget it. Just know whenever downfall that you go through on a daily basis is all meant for you to grow. Don't be scared to grow. Fear is not real. You create your own fear within your own mind. 85% of the thoughts we think of on a daily basis is negative. It's up to us to create the positive. Only 15% of those thoughts actually come true. So why not use that to think positive? Not everybody knows that it all starts with perspective, but the human mind is one of the most important things that you need to fix, that you need to nourish, that you need to grow to be where you want to be. Your mindset is everything. It takes 30 days to break a bad habit, 30 days to obtain a bad habit. The question is, when are you going to start self-evaluating yourself in order to realize that, all right, I need to make a change. Change starts with you. It doesn't start with anybody else. It doesn't start with your mom, it doesn't start with your dad, it doesn't start with your teachers, it doesn't start with your siblings. Change starts with you. And the perspective on how you look at everything else, and then the perspective on how you look at Thomas Edison. He had 1,000 failed experiments until he made the light bulb. You're gonna fail over and over again. I'm gonna be the first person to tell you, yes, you're going to fail, but it's helping you to be the person that you want to be. Failure is part of success, and you're gonna have to learn how to deal with it. Learn how to love the downfall. It's prepping you to where you want to be. The second you said that you wanted to be something inside of life, whether you wanted to be a mayor, wanted to be a barber, wanted to be in an MBA, wanted to be a scientist, wanted to go to college. The second you say you want to do these things, life is going to test you. And when life does test you, don't say why me, say why not me. Things are supposed to happen to you. Whenever something in life is not happening to me, I'm looking like, come on now. Like, come on, I know something's coming. Because I know I'm about to grow. I know I'm going to the next level. I'm stepping to the next step. It's all about the perspective on how you look at it. It's all about the perspective on how you look at it. No, you're gonna get there. Just don't give up. We're coming during this process. You become the person that you want to be, the person that you need to be. The choice is yours. So you need to be this type of person, or you want to be this type of person. Be the person that you need to be, because the person that you need to be, somebody else needs you. Whether it's anybody in your family, friends, anybody. Your blessings work through other people, whether you know it or not. And since your blessings work through all these other people, I should tell you that you should not give up. The second you give up, you're not just giving up on yourself, you're giving up on everybody else that believes in you. You can give up on them, that means you can give up on yourself. You give up on yourself, nothing inside of life is gonna come your way. You're gonna have to start too late. You don't wanna be 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, just now trying to get your life together. And somebody at the age of 18 try to tell you exactly what you should do and how to get your life together. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm not here to influence you, none of that. I'm just saying, hear me out. All I do is want you to hear me, just to help me guide you through life. Change starts with you, though. I can only do so much. So if not now, then when? When are you gonna start? The question is, how do you want to be remembered? That's probably the most biggest important question. Like, how do you want to be remembered by the end of life? Everybody says they don't want friends. Everybody wants to be so isolated nowadays. Everybody wants to be a hardball. Nobody wants to be genuine, nice anymore. I don't want friends. You want a big funeral though, don't you? Yes? Anybody want a big funeral? Raise your hand if you want a big funeral. Anybody? So if you all want big funerals, don't give up. The blessings work through other people. And as long as you see that, that's probably one of the biggest things on how do you want to be remembered. Me come in contact with you, I can stay inside your head for the rest of your life. How do you want to be remembered? Whether it's through sports, whether it's through science, whether it's through you want to be an astronaut, whether it's anything, a teacher, how do you want to be remembered? Is this your final step? Is this the last thing how you want to be remembered? Because if not, then when are you going to start to change to make and create the life that you want? Don't let life make you. You create your own life. You know how you always stay creative? You never let your imagination die. Keep your imagination living. There's no such thing as letting your kid die. If you let your kid die, you're going to be one of those stuck-up old people who always run around like, why are they always so mean to me? Why you always got an attitude with me? No, it's because they let a certain amount of their imagination die, their creativity die. Your creative mind is the most important thing that you're going to need to keep having your mind continue to be where you want to be. It's literally how you picture everything inside of life and how you want it to turn out. Your creative mind is one of the most important parts that you need inside of life. Creativity is huge. Your mental is huge. Remember, your mind is a sponge. Whenever you grab that sponge, you put it in the water, it soaks it everything up. That's all retained information. Hang around the right crowd. Don't just hang around your friends. Don't just hang around or just scroll up and down social media on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, it's cool to laugh. It's cool to, have little laughs and giggles. You're wasting time. Where are you putting your time and where are you putting your attention? Those are two different things. Your time is the most important thing you can never get back. And your attention, what are you doing with your attention? Are you putting your attention in the right spaces? You scrolling up and down TikTok, scrolling up and down Instagram? Or are you being productive with your time? Are you reading books? Are you watching videos to be where you want to be? Are you retaining the correct information? Because if not, you can't complain. You complain, you're wasting time. I promise you, ain't nobody gonna listen to y'all when y'all complain. Whether it's right now, or whether the age of 50, 60, 70, nobody's ever gonna care. Just to keep it real with you guys. So if they're not gonna care, why should you? You focus on the negatives, guys, that's all you're gonna get is the negatives. Change your perspective and the way you look at the situation, so therefore you get nothing but a positive out of the situation. Your mental state is the most important muscle inside of the body that you need. Determines who you are. question is, who are you? I think everybody should ask themselves that question. Who really am I? And you really know more of that question when you look at your habits. You look at everything you do on a daily basis. You look at how you act. You look at why you react the way you react. Maybe some of the most important things going to change your character to be the person that you want to be. It's the small things about you, not your favorite color, not that, oh, I hate to read because this. Well, and I'm glad you know that you hate to read. Why do you hate to read? You learn about yourself, learn about the bad habits, learn why you think the way that you do. Second, you learn why you think the way that you do, life opens up doors you can never imagine. Tons of things just start getting thrown at you left and right, left and right. And it seems like life is just doing nothing but working out for you. Continue to look at it in the best way as possible. Continue to love every single moment of every day. You will never get it back, ever again. You have one life. What are you going to do with it? The choice is only yours. So you have to determine what to do with it. Jim Rohn said, be the guardian of your thoughts. Stand at the door. You allow what comes in, you allow what comes out. That's exactly how it should be with your learning. Like I said, it's okay to hear people out. That doesn't mean listen to them. You can hear exactly what they have to come out their mouth. That doesn't mean return every single piece of the information that they have to offer. Which is perfectly fine. But just know, the more you wait, the more miserable probably life is going to be, because now you're wasting time. It's okay to go have fun, go kick it with your friends and everything. It's cool. A couple hours or so. Majority of your time on a daily basis should be getting better within yourself. You guys are seniors? Seniors, right? Seniors, juniors? Juniors? Seniors? Freshmen? You guys? Oh, I wish I was y'all. Woo! Seniors and juniors? Life's about to get so real for you guys. Especially you, you're a senior. First things first, school doesn't teach you or nobody teaches you. Your mental state of mind is what matters most. You have to understand your mental state in order for you to understand life completely. That's something they're not gonna teach you in the real world. It's something you're gonna hear from a homeless person. That's something you're gonna hear from anybody else who messed up on life. They're gonna try to tell you that. You obtain it right now, listen, you go do something with the information, your life's gonna be amazing. Because life's gonna try to punch you in the face the second you get out there. The second you step out there. The second you walk across that stage, you're on lice, big buddy. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. So, when you really gonna start? Would you rather start early or do you wanna start late? That's what it comes down to. You guys are freshmen. If you guys started now, you know where you guys will be by senior year? You guys will be legends at this school. What do you mean? Like what? Start now. What if you don't? Like I said, don't plan. We all have a choice. We all know exactly what we should be doing and what we should not be doing, correct? So when you sit down and you say, oh man, I can slack. Can you really slack? Because remember, it takes 30 days to break a bad habit, 30 days to obtain one. So the second you're in a 15-minute or 15-day good of root and everything, second that 16th day, yeah man, I want to slack today, I feel like I deserve it. You really deserve it? What made you really deserve it? Because what I heard was you're doing everything that you need to obtain the person that you need to be. You mess up on that 16th day, guess what? You got to start back at square one, day one. So did you really progress? You progressed at a certain amount. Did you progress how you needed to? No, you didn't progress at the full amount. You chose not to. The choice is always going to be yours. It's not going to be anybody else's. People are going to try to influence you, trying to tell you what's different, what to do, what you like, to have a plan B, plan C. Stay on plan A. In my head, believe everything on plan A. If you don't believe on plan A, if you have a B and a C, you never believed in A. That's how I look at it. What's the point of looking at B and C? Put all your eggs in one basket. If it doesn't work out, just know that's not going to be the only dream that you dream throughout this whole entire life. Your accomplishments leads to your goals. Your goals lead to your dreams, and your dreams lead to your purpose. Say it one more time. Your accomplishments leads to your goals. So say you knock off the accomplishments, your goals are next, guys. Knock off those goals. After you're done with those goals, you achieve those goals, then your dreams come. And then that main part of what we're here for is that purpose. Your dreams are going to open up the purpose. As long as you follow these correct steps, life is going to be tremendous for you guys. Stay consistent. Don't lose faith. Be determined. Stay motivated. Nobody else is going to do it for you. The choice is yours. When are you going to start it? You going to do this now? You're going to do this 7 years down the road. You want to set yourself up for 10 years of you for a reason. Not anybody else. It's happening to you for a reason. Whenever you see something happen in life that's not going your way, just know it's going to get better. After a dark night, it's a what? Sunny day. After winter, it's what? It's spring. It's going to get brighter at some point. It's different seasons. Same thing with life. It's different seasons that go through life. The main thing is, how are you going to handle these seasons? You going to look at them head on? Or you're just going to let life get to you. You're just going to let the storms keep happening, keep happening, keep happening. You going to stay inside just because it's storming outside? You're going to go outside and try to walk through a storm. Anything and everything that you've encountered is going to be a lesson. What are you going to learn from it, though? When you go through more than one thing inside of life, and you question, why is this happening? What? Or I keep going through this whole cycle over and over again. The same thing keeps happening for years. There's probably more than one scenario that you needed to learn within that one scenario. Just know that. So if something keeps repeating, no, you probably need to learn something else. You haven't learned the full concept of the situation. Keep self-evaluating yourself. The more you self-evaluate yourself, the more you're going to understand what you go through on a daily basis. Pay attention to your day-to-day life instead of so much the past, so much the future. You focus on the past, you're living the past, you're going to stay there. Focus on the future, you're not going to enjoy the present. Love the present. They call it the present for a reason. We open up presents, right? We love it, right? Love your day-to-day. It's the same exact thing. It's a present. Love it.
Yes.
Well, so what was one of your struggles or one of your downfalls to get here?
I was homeless for 3 years. Didn't have no money, no food, no nothing. I wrote my book homeless. Just kept believing. Or honestly, just kept believing, knew my book was going to pay off of some sort, didn't know when. So, the homeless taught me so much. I lie to you not. It taught me who's going to be there for you. It taught me who's not going to be there. It taught me what sacrifices you need to make, what sacrifices you should have made, and how to take accountability for your life, because I was the only person I could blame for my life. So that was probably the biggest downfall right there to make me who I am today. Anybody else?
I guess what brought you to wanting to be an author and motivational speaker?
I needed to vent. I didn't have anybody to vent to. So my mother had 9 kids, raised none. I got adopted at 7 days old. I didn't figure out who my brothers and sisters was till I was like the age of 15, 16 years old when my sister died. First time I ever seen my sister, she was dead in the hospital bed. And all I wanted to do was help the world. All I wanted to do was change anybody who's ever been through scenarios like me or was going through some hard times inside of life. I wanted to help. And that was my biggest thing. I needed to vent and I really wanted to help. So I knew there was other people out here inside of the world who've been through similar situations. So why not help them with it? So that right there is really what kept it pushing. It was like, all right, if people, anybody and everybody I came in contact with on a daily basis, they always told me how I helped their life. But I never knew how I helped their life because I'm not with them on a daily basis. But when they tell me, it gave me some sort of hope. It's like, all right, well, what else can I do for the world? And that's really how it went right there. Anybody else?
So you can give us like the biggest advice or like what you think is like the most crucial, like what would that one thing be?
Start now. I lie to you not. Whenever that thought comes to your head, start now. When that thought fades, you try to get it back, gonna see somebody else with that same invention. Probably a couple months, you're gonna see it pop around the corner sometime. Start now, literally. Because if you don't start now, you're gonna be very, very upset at yourself in a matter of 5 years, 10 years. Like, you know, if I would have really just did that right there, who's with it telling? Don't think about the what ifs. What if this, what if that? Guys, just do it. You would never know until you try. You would never know until you try. So therefore, don't look at a situation and say, oh, nah, I don't like the situation because this or this or this. Do it right now. Literally do it right now. And another thing, do not wait on your friends. Everybody wants to wait on their friends to create a business plan, to do something inside of life. Guys, you guys thought of it. It's okay if you guys are in a whole room full of people and you guys are like, oh man, this would be a cool idea, this would be dope. That's cool, guys, but who's gonna start it? Who's going to do it? You guys aren't gonna all start at one time, because you know why? Everybody starts making excuses. Oh, I don't have the money, or I don't have the resources, I don't have the place, I don't have this. If you thought of it, do it. Go meet a connection. Go network online. There's gonna be other people around the world to help you where you want to be, where you want to be. Not your friends mostly. Break away from what you're most comfortable as. That goes back to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. It's okay to leave for a certain amount of time and come back to your friends. Handle what you need to. Take accountability. Anybody else?
What was the hardest thing for you growing up?
Hardest thing for me growing up, figuring out who I was. Found out I was adopted at 7 years old. And me figuring out when I was adopted, my whole world flipped upside down. Because the person who I thought I was running to, my mother and my father, I thought it was my mother and father, but it turns out it wasn't. So that kind of messed up my love, kind of messed up my trust, kind of messed up a lot of things for me internally, especially on the outer, when the environment I was already in. So all I really wanted to do was hurt people, that was it. And I just knew that that wasn't the person that I really wanted to be. And figuring out who I really was at a young age, having no choice to, was probably the toughest thing in my life, because a child had to grow up at a very young age.
Are you close to your mother?
It's a little iffy. I have to say I'm closer to my adoption parents than I am my real parents. My biological father is in jail right now. It gets out in 2025. My biological mother is still on drugs, but I do talk to her. I was actually seeing her last week. So, but I do have a better relationship with my parents. So, yeah. Anybody else?
What steps did you take to get home?
Say that again?
What steps did you take to get home?
What steps did I take? Steps that I took to get to where I am. One, I started. Literally just started right then and there. Never thought about it, what if, or anything else. Two, kept believing in myself. Automatically did it no matter what anybody else told me. I stayed consistent, did this on an everyday thing. Even being homeless, I did this on an everyday thing, literally. Wrote my book Homeless and told myself, as long as I keep writing my book, as long as I, keep doing the things that I need to on a daily basis, I'm gonna get to where I need to be. And I never let anybody else come inside of my head and reprogram my mental state of mind. Because the second somebody else comes inside of your mindset and reconstructs everything, you kind of lose a battle. So I never wanted to lose that battle. And then number three, you have to look yourself in the face every single day and remember that you are your biggest downfall, or you can be your biggest upbringing. Which one do you want to be? That right there helped me tremendously, because I want to be the best version of myself. In order to help other people around the world and help other people, I have to learn the lessons that I need to on a daily basis in order to help. So keep growing and evaluating myself to where I want to be.
Did you ever have someone to help you through your lowest points?
Yes, my brother, actually. I did, my brother. Somebody actually felt exactly how I felt, because the majority of my mom's kids got adopted. And I grew up with one of my brothers, one of my biological brothers. He's child number 7, I'm child number 9. We're 6 years apart. So he's 30, I'm 24. And he felt exactly how I felt. I mean, he had a really more understanding on how to really deal with it and how to get through it, which really, really helped me, because I had very, very bad anger issues as a kid and tons of confusion and everything else. So he really helped me, guide me to tell me, like, all right, bro, it's never that serious. Just do this step, and do this step, and just wait on it and just wait for the time. So yeah, definitely my brother.
What is your book called?
Say that again.
What is your book called?
1 second, 7 days. You can find it on Amazon.